Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. Yeah, I almost did something crazy, guys. Been planning something like this for a while, but wanted to come on here and just run it across you guys. Something that me and Jessica have been talking about for quite some time. As most of you know, Jessica works from home here, and she has limited time off for some things, and there's been a couple opportunities for Dano to solo travel to Florida to do some different vlogs, some theme park vlogs, some different travel vlogs, and I gotta say, we got close today, guys. We got close, and you know, just kind of want to take you guys through the whole process here. Also, drinking Cafe Bustelo, I gotta say, I'm not a real fan. It's okay, but I'm pretty much just getting rid of it at this point. I've been stocking up on so many coffees over the last couple years, and this is one I'm just, it's another reason why I always talk about, if you're going to stock up on things, stock up on the things that you like, right? Now, when we saw where prices were going through the roof on coffee, well, this was well before that, but I was stocking up on those bricks of Cafe Bustelo, and they're okay, and, you know, they have a pretty good shelf life, so that's nice, but I don't know. It's strong, I'll give it that. But anyway, back to the crazy thing that I almost did today. So, originally, I was going to travel to Orlando. About a month ago, we were talking about it, and it was just going to be a few-day trip. Certain events and certain things had popped up that kind of led the way. I won't go into a lot of the details, but there were some opportunities that I had to where I could have traveled and done some videos that would have been beneficial for the channel and probably just in general. You know, because you guys know I love doing the entertaining vlogs. That is all included. I know I can't please everybody every day, but we do enjoy putting the content out there. And Jessica was well on board with me traveling. I didn't really talk too much about it. It was me who was more reluctant against it, because I would not feel too great, I don't think, if I went to Disney World and Jessica wasn't there with me. But there's more to that. Even going over different details and stuff like that, there were other things. Like today, I almost did it. I was literally, tomorrow's video was going to be me traveling to Orlando by myself. Now, this could happen. This could happen in the future if we have opportunities that line up. If the planets align, if the stars align, as they say, and things can happen and be able to work out financially good for us and financially good for the channel and stuff like that, then I would most certainly jump on it. One of those days was today, but I don't know. I'm gonna be completely upfront about this, okay? Where one person excels in many things, the other person may not. And the one thing that Jessica has always been very good at is planning these trips, but not just planning the trips, but basically handling like the airfare and stuff, just like all the paperwork. I don't know. I have this fear of getting stuck in like Oklahoma or something and not being able to get back. I know it's weird. And that's why I wouldn't be going to Oklahoma. As a matter of fact, it was going to be a direct flight. But I've never actually flown by myself before, and I gotta say, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially, you know, with everything going on right now. Just with us, with family stuff, just nothing major, plus the vlogs that I do here in Cincinnati, but the moment was right. And really, I'm not missing out on an opportunity here, but there is some stuff in the future. If you guys remember me talking about this, it was some months back. I was planning several different trips where I was basically going to drive to certain towns. I was talking about, like South Carolina and some other places that I was going to visit. New York City, never been to New York, never been to Washington. I was going to do a bunch of these little trips. And and a lot of these I was going to drive. Orlando's kind of far, though. I mean, that's a 14-hour drive for me. And although I was going to, and the thing is that everything today seemed like it was lining up right. I did my final assurance that Jessica was fine with me traveling to Orlando. Not that, I mean, I feel like it's always been me. I feel like it's always been me. She wants me to. She wants it for the channel. She wants everybody to experience these kind of things. It's always good to do. I know we go to Disney a lot, but it's good to do other new things as well. Some of the things that I might do might be a little differently. Some more thrilling things that, Jessica normally doesn't do a lot of like crazy rides and stuff like that. I would be doing those kind of things. And some new things that I would have been able to do down there, which would have been pretty awesome. And again, this may be a future thing. I think we got to the pushing the pay button, to the point to where it was like, because something I'd been planning for a while. But I also made sure that I was able to cancel everything and that it wouldn't cost me a dime if I did. So there was that. So I ended up canceling this trip. I kind of wish I didn't. And it's too late now. But, this is just I have so many different, it's not that I have anxiety or anything. I mean, I guess I do. I guess everybody has a little bit of anxiety, but it's like, I've never done one of these trips like by myself. I've driven around the country, but as far as like flying and being without Jess for something that I know that she really loves, I just can't get that out of my head, and it's like, and she's completely fine with it, But, and again, it might be something in the future, because if it's something that she can't leave, but I can, and it's something that's going to be beneficial for our YouTube channel, right, for our business on here, then yes, I will do that. This particular event was something that was not of too much concern, other than me just being able to do it. But anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to chat about that a little bit. It was something that I feel like I kind of made a step toward maybe some of this stuff in the future, knowing what can be, because you guys know this is a daily vlog channel. I mean, I do whatever I want to do. Sure, the store videos are nice, the coffee rants here are fun, but when it comes down to it, that's the luxury of being able to do whatever you want to do on your own YouTube channel. We have many different fans for many different things. I know that some people like some things more than others. There's videos out every day on the Adventures with Dano channel. So, there's always going to be something here for you. And if you're bored and you want to watch some of the older videos, well, I got a library of, I think, over 2,700 videos now in the last 6 years. We've cranked them out, guys. But live shows and YouTube shorts and stuff like that, those count as videos too. So, I don't know. It was a great 4th of July. Great 4th of July. That's another reason, I think, why I kind of dialed back a little bit. I'm really tired today. I'm really exhausted. It was a lot of fun yesterday, but I'll tell you what, we were go for quite a while last night, and then the heat really takes it out again. Honestly, that's kind of another reason why I kind of wanted to skip Orlando for right now, at least, because of the heat. There's a lot of things that factor in on mine and Jessica's trips to Orlando. There's a lot of different things. Like my head was getting filled with so much, like, should I rent a car? Should I do this? Like, there were a lot of little things. And I was starting to look at like different Uber trips. Uber trips have gotten a little more expensive. None of this really hindered the reason why I didn't want to go, other than, I mean, I guess there was a lot of little reasons, but for I start weighing out the different things. Like, is this couple new things that I was going to do, which I'm not going to go into because I still may do them. there are a couple things that I think would be, like I said before, very beneficial for us to find out. Jessica would want to know some of this information firsthand anyway, because a lot, Jessica watches a lot of vloggers and stuff. And, there's some things where, if people are getting sponsored or they're getting paid in certain ways, I feel like you may not get like the complete honest opinion, which you guys are going to get the honest opinions from us, and if people don't like it, well, sorry, if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you, and honestly, guys, that's kind of what has kept me away from different sponsors and things like that. I'm not saying I'm never going to accept any, maybe someday, but at least for the time being, and the thing is, there's always clauses in those things too. Like if there's something that I have to do that I'm uncomfortable with, I'm not going to do it ever. Right? You're always going to get 100% honesty on this channel, whether I'm getting sponsored for a video or not. And I would hope that whoever is doing that would appreciate that. But you see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people get sponsored for their videos and they're like, oh, this charred up dry steak tastes wonderful. All you got to do is add a little bit of everything because it's, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I've kind of stayed away from a lot of those. I get sponsor offers all the time. But it's stuff that, I don't believe in. I get messages from companies and it's like, I don't really, it's not that I don't trust your product. It's that I don't know anything about it and you've given me no information really. And I'm not going to go deep dive into this stuff. And I'm not going to dedicate one of my vlogs to something that doesn't really fit with my channel at all. Like, if you're theme park material, if you're cruise stuff, stay tuned for some of these things. That's a different story. If it's something I've done and I believe in and I know that I'm going to enjoy it, because that's something that I wouldn't want to take on. And that's something that I would know, like I've been talking about opportunity. There have been opportunities, but I guess I'm just always a little nervous about that because I don't want to do something that I think you might get a bad review from me. I'm just being honest here. So it's like, I would rather just not do it. And honestly, I don't care how much you pay me. If I think it's something that I'm going to give a bad review about, I'm not going to lie. But if it's something that I'm going to give a bad review about, or if I think there's any chance that might happen, yeah. No, I'm saving whoever that is the money, I guess, because I don't want to, for one, someone reaching out to me. And again, I've had several people reach out to me over the years, and I just, it's like, I feel like there's two things I look at. One, is it stuff that I do on the channel, right? Is it something relevant to all the different niches, I guess you could say. I don't have one niche. I'm a daily vlog channel. I put out, like I said before at the beginning of this video, I do what I want. I do whatever I want. And thank you all for watching, for everything we do too, and allowing us the opportunity to be able to do that. I am going to try and add more of a vlog feel to these videos. So if it feels a little different, I'm going to work a little differently with some titles. I'm going to try some new things. I kind of wanted to culminate into a daily vlog that you guys know right from the beginning that this is how we're doing this is what it is, and I do that through like store videos and stuff. Like I'll say, we're here at Kroger, we're going to look at the prices, we're going to do this, but I'm going to try. And it may stay like that for a while, but you may see different things that kind of like I said, kind of culminate into an all around, this is my experience, right? This is how I save money at the grocery store. This is what I buy. Just make it more of a personable feel to it. That way, when you come to our channel for other things, or if you're watching other videos, you kind of get that same feeling. And for all of our viewers for all of you Dynamites who have been on here for a long time, nothing's really going to change for you. You guys watch all the time, and thank you so much. We love you guys. We're so happy that we have grown such a huge audience on here. 5-6 years ago, I would have never thought I would be able to do this for a living. And I thank you guys so much for that. I mean, we are awarded the opportunity to be able to do that. But there's always room to grow. There's always room to grow. And as far as, different things, doing things in a different way to where, and not changing too much, but just adding things in a way to where it's like, okay, maybe do more reviews on things. We seem to do really well with you guys, and I do respond to your guys' answer or your questions and stuff like that. I try to, when we do something, I try to explain it the best way possible. But at the same time, it's kind of, I kind of want to add some more fun and exciting things. Like take our entertainment, take our store videos, and kind of make them fit more together. I guess it's hard to explain. It's in my head. It's hard to talk about. I brainstorm a lot. I write a lot of notes down. But I want that to try and mesh better. I feel like I haven't done as good of a job of meshing those two things together. Now, as far as coffee rants go, well, that's kind of where we just sit here and chat about things, maybe give, little news breaks and stuff every now and then. But for the most part, this is just us on a nightly manner, chatting away, drinking some coffee. But, just wanted to talk a little bit about the future in case you do happen to see Dano travel out here. That is 100% actually pushed by Jess. She wants me to do this. So, because I remember we've talked about this before, and people were saying, oh, no, don't leave without Jess, don't leave without Jess. Yeah, but if we have an opportunity, right? If we have an opportunity for something to happen to where it's going to benefit the channel in ways and things that Jessica and I know that you are going to enjoy, then we really have no choice. Because if I don't go, neither one of us are going to go, and then it's not gonna work out. You know what I mean? So, and the thing is that I want to add different things as well. I think that what separates me from a lot of other people is I like doing different things on an everyday basis. Things get so repetitive, like going to Kroger every week, which you never know. You never know. I could go to Kroger on Wednesday. I may not. Kroger's having their deal for the third week in a row. I got to say, it's, sometimes it gets a little repetitive and it gets a little stale. And it's like, yes, I do enjoy talking about the different sales. It's one of my favorite things to do, but at the same time, like, do I really need to go over the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deals for the third week in a row? You see what I'm saying? And I try to plan these things, these extras, on weeks where we're in the middle or later of the sales week. And we're not, I'm really just going over other little deals that they might have thrown in there. So anyway, I know I'm kind of just ranting, but that's what these are for. Save another sip. Cheers. Ugh. Yeah, trying to I'm almost done. I got like maybe another pot to make of Cafe Bustelo, and that will be finished. I really have. I've been kind of drinking a bunch of different coffees lately. I got my Walmart, Great Value, Colombian. I got Starbucks. I got a lot of stuff. I got Original Donut Shop. A lot of stock on coffee right now, but I have been trying to get rid of the Cafe Bustelo. I'm just not a fan. But, it is what it is. I don't waste. I will say that. I do not waste coffee. But yeah, we had it all planned out, guys. We had it all planned out. I had a round trip from Cincinnati Airport to Orlando, and then I was going to be back Thursday. And there were a couple things that I was going to do in between down in Orlando. And some of the stuff, it seemed like it was working out so smoothly. And honestly, it was. And there's just a lot of little things. Like, with it being I knew this was going to kind of be rough because 4th of July. And then the Sunday after. Plus, I'm a little sore. I'm not going to lie. After last night, we were going at it for a while. My back hurts a little. I'm not complaining about that. It actually feels way better, so not too bad. I'm not trying to make up excuses. I guess I don't know. It is, I'll be honest, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird traveling without Jess. I've been traveling with Jess. There's never been a time where I've traveled alone without her, and I guess I don't know. I guess I get a little worried. I don't worry about myself. I just worry about her, and I know obviously she can take care of herself. But I mean, I don't know. It just started getting really weird. I knew I was going to go through this. This is why, like, any flights or anything like that, I made sure that I had the free cancellation policy. Any hotels that I was going to be staying at, which I almost ruined. I may be staying at this hotel, which is somewhere I've never, no, somewhere neither one of us have ever stayed before. That was part of the opportunity. But this may happen again. This may happen again. So it might be a little later. Might be next week. It might be tomorrow. Who knows? No, not tomorrow. But just wanted to share this with you guys. I don't, I don't know. It was something that was on my mind that I just wanted to share in this video vlog diary, YouTube diary as I call it. Sometimes I don't usually say that on the channel here, but yeah, I don't know. Just kind of going over things that I've been dealing with and these kind of things. And boy, it was a series of cancellations, guys. I was shutting it down. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. Plus, I will say there are some other things. There are some different opportunities that I have here this week. So there are some new things coming, some regular, but some new stuff. Some new stuff. I will say I won't say what it is, but I will say there's some new stuff, some old stuff. We're going to do some entertaining videos this week. The heat, too. The heat, I'm not just keeping making excuses here, okay? But there's a lot of things involved. It's very hot in Orlando right now. It's very hot here. I think it's just as hot here in Cincinnati as it is in Orlando. And the humidity is what's been terrible, guys. Terrible. There's just a lot of little things, too, that I don't really like. There was an issue with how my flight was set up, and I didn't know. And it really frustrated the heck out of me. I was like, the original thing that I had done, and I messed up. I had the whole seating thing wrong. Jessica's always done like the paperwork for our trips and stuff, like the hotel. She always like does the online stuff, and then for the flights, I've never flown by myself, for one, and I was trying to do all this stuff on my phone a while back, and it was like I was messing up everything and found out that a lot of it was messed up. Not that it was that big of a deal, but it was like, for what I could have saved like a couple $100 if I'd have done it a different way, and by the time I figured that out, I was already invested and had already spent over $200. So that was another thing too that kind of upset me. I was like, well, that was the icing on the cake. I'm like, just forget it. And there were many reasons why I didn't do this. Excuse me. Dang. That might be another reason. Can't stop coughing. But for the future, and I don't know where it's going to go with some of these other things that we have planned. But as we go along here, I'll keep you guys up to date on some of this stuff, because the reason why I like letting you guys know what's going on with what I'm doing is because I understand that I do a million different things on this channel. I know a lot of people really aren't interested in the History Museum, or I'm just bad with titles and it just didn't catch a lot of people. I love the museum, but I've kind of learned, like, unless it's a special event or something, it's like, well, me just going down and hanging out at the History Museum might be kind of boring for some of you. Or some of you might be bored with our store videos. Some of you might be sick of Kroger. I get it, and it's like I try to make it fresh every week. I try to make it entertaining every week. That way, I'm not boring you and I'm not boring myself, because it does. Sometimes it's like, dang, I just mentioned that for the 400th time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then like some people, it seems like everybody loves these sit down and chat videos. It seems like we get a lot of views on our coffee rants, and it's like, I don't know if it's just because we're just sitting out chatting. We're sitting here just talking to each other, and I think that's kind of fun. It's like, We get a big response in the comments from you guys with a lot of these different coffee rants. I love reading all your comments. And I'll tell you, it's a great thing. And I'm not too beat up over what happened here because life goes on, and I will, the next time this rolls around, I should be good. I think, I was, like I said before, I think I was just so, I've been with Jessica, we've been married for a while. We've been together for 14 years, I think. And it's like we've always done everything together. And I know I get way more emotional than she does. But it's like, for what I was going to do, I would have been pretty sad. And I know she says she wouldn't, but I think she would too. But from how she was, I really don't think so, because she understands. She understands, like, if we take this channel to the next level in the future, ultimately in the future, guys, I don't know how many years down the road, it could be next week, it could be next month, it could be next year, it could be in the next 5 to 10 years. I want me and Jessica to do this full on together. I know how much you guys always want to see Jess in the videos. Jess wants to do these videos all the time now. She really does. She just, with her other job, she doesn't have the time to be in these videos all the time. But she understands that if we're going to create a future and continue to build our audience and continue to build on this channel in the way that she wants as well, believe me, she loves doing the entertaining stuff. And if we can start doing things, in that manner and adding more to that, then I think in the future it will ultimately be better for the both of us, to where it's like, okay, financially we'll be okay. And then with the channel and the entertaining factor, we'll be okay. Because I have all kinds of thoughts, which I will go into later. I know this video is super long. But, I like, for instance, in the future, we could literally just try, if Jessica wasn't doing her thing, well, then we could travel, and I could visit some of these stores around the country, and be able to check out some of the stuff that you guys have talked about on the channel for years. And then we could do other things, some different attractions around the country. I mean, we want to go to Canada. We want to go to Texas. We want to go to Washington, New York, California. And I want to make sure, that I'm able to share those experiences with her. And I know that sometime in the future, possibly near future, that we're going to have to do some of these things when the opportunity arises, because people are reaching out to us. And I will say that, not so much as a sponsorship or anything like that, maybe a little bit, maybe some shout outs here and there with some different companies. And I'm all for that. I'm all for that. And the thing is that I'm very, even if it was something that I don't like, but somebody was, wanting me to talk about a hotel or a flight or a cruise or a vacation stop, right? Then I would say, well, this wasn't for me. This wasn't my favorite food item, but then I would find something else, like this tortilla right here was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. I'm not, if something that I've accepted that I know, like I was saying earlier in this video, if it's something that I was like, if it's something that I just solely don't believe in and I know you're not going to get a good review out of me, I'm not even going to do it, because it's not going to help you. And honestly, that's probably going to hurt me, because I don't want people to think that, this guy's one of those guys that just goes and bad. Because, you got two different type of people. You got guys who are doing things and they're saying, oh, this is the best meal ever. And then you got people that are saying that, are like happy to bring the drama and negativeness. I'm neither. Honesty. That's us. That's me and Jess. That is honesty. And I think we can use that in our favor here in the future. And I think a lot of people have caught on to that and are wanting to work with us. But anyway, I will leave you guys with that. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night.